Hey everybody, and welcome back to another weekend roundup. Today we're going to take a look at all the mods newly released in the Giants Mod Hub for the week of August 26th through August 30th, 2019. Now this week started out fairly slow. I believe the first mods that were actually released on the Mod Hub didn't show up until Wednesday of the week, but she ended with quite a bang on Friday with several mods being released. And once again, we do have updates to the daily testing thread in the Giants forum. Let's go jump over to the Mod Hub and quickly take a look at all the mods updated or released this week. So here we are. We ended last week with the Lizard 470 truck. So this week we have reflector posts. Now this is a prefab mod. Prefab mods are not mods that you install in your mod folder. These are mods that are intended for content creators, map authors, or in some cases vehicle modders. Now this would be for map authors because this has to deal with reflector posts that you put at the side of a road or an entrance or whatnot. Then we had the release of the FS19 Chicken Husbandry mod. We had an update to the RDC FS19 map. We had an update for the Pöttinger Euroboss A10 crosscut. This was part of the mod contest that has now been updated. We have an update to the Vogel DPW 180-210 Bale Trailer Pack. This Bale Trailer Pack provides auto-loading functionality now not only for round bales, square bales, straw, hay, and silage, but also provides now auto-loading for cotton. And the cotton auto-load is not just for the cotton modules, square cotton modules, but it's also for the round cotton bales from the John Deere cotton DLC. We also saw the release of the sheep husbandry placeable and a cow husbandry placeable. All of these are by Vanquish 081. And we saw the release of an updated to the timber frame houses placeable, a new release for the 3-point lizard MultiTool. Then we see an update for the Agrimoz AT cultivator. We have the newly released new Style Farmhouse, placeable storage buildings, storage shed, case Puma CVX with tracks, Pöttinger Euroboss 330T, the Vogel and Noot Terra disc, a 3-pack of Hesston Big Balers, Lizard Cattleman, John Deere 8350 Cedar, Bale Trailers by Swedish Bonateam, John Deere 1070D Eco 3 Tree Harvester, a Bale Trailer, an XT-2, and then a small 3-point fertilized spreader, the Vicon PS 1004-1654. In total, 17 mods were newly released this week, so let's go ahead and jump back in-game and start working our way through them. Whoa, let's not get ahead of myself. Let's first look over here at the daily updates testing thread because there was a heck of an update today. We have basically a huge list of mods being tested currently. Interesting enough, we've got several maps that are being tested. We've got a Class Torion mod being tested. That's rather interesting given the Class DLC is going to be coming in just 2 months time frame. As far as maps go, we have the Bab Rossi. I'm only assuming that is a map. Then we have the Farming Legend. We have the Old Farm Countryside. This is Ireland. Down here for console, we also have Lepinky again. Then we have New Woodshire. And we have this one right here. So there are several mods listed here, or maps that are listed here that are either new or being updated. We are down to just 204 mods waiting to be tested. That doesn't include this list here. These mods are mods that are actively being tested. So they are not waiting to be tested. So it's 204 plus this list here. And they're down to approximately 19 working days. So working days would be Monday through Friday. So we were just under 4 weeks from when a mod is submitted to when it is expected to be tested. So we haven't been this type of a situation for several months. Been doing pretty good. We've been kind of working our way, approving mods at a little bit faster clip than they were coming in. But ever since the mod contest, it has been the reverse. More mods have been coming in than have been coming out. So hopefully we can turn this trend around and get back to a shorter list and a shorter wait time from submission to testing. Now, let's jump in game and take a look at these mods. All right, first up we have the Case IH Puma CVX with tracks. This mod is by Jens. This is one of those European names I'm probably going to butcher, so I'm not even going to pronounce it. You'll see it down there in the bottom right. This mod is available for all platforms. Find this under medium tractors. Case Puma CVX series with tracks, $188,000. Let's compare that to the standard in-game Case Puma series, $188,000 also. So the base Puma, we have the choice of Trelleborg, standard, twins, rear twins, narrow tires, wide with weights, wide tires, wheel weights, and back to standard. Nokian tires, we have the CVX 185, 240, 270 horsepower, the 200, and a front loader attacher option or not. Let's go over here to the Puma with tracks. See, we have the choice of color, so we can change this to a different color should we wish. We can change the rim color, but I don't know if that really matters if we have tracks. So let's take a look. We have wheel brand Lizard crawler tracks. Then we have Trelleborg standard, wheel weights, narrows, narrow twins. Let's go back to narrow twins and take a look at the front. Rear those. Wide tires, wide with weights, rear twins, twins all around, Nokian tires, and back to crawler tracks. We have the 185 CVX, 200, 240, and the 240 CVX tuned. Tuned version will get us up to 300 horsepower. Kind of the interesting stylized 240 there. We're both the 240 and the 240 tuned. Interesting, the 200 has nothing and the 185 there. I wonder if that is a mistake or not. And then we have the choice of front loader attachment. So as equipped, this is $209,600, $10,689 to lease, $2,096 per day, and $4,401 per operating hour. See, we did get the 200. That's the one without number on the chassis. Expect this to pretty much look like the base game tractor. It is just an edit of that. You have mouse controls. Click that down and go left and right. So what that does, that opens and closes the sunroof. Center mouse button, left and right, opens and closes sunroof. Other than the fact that it's got tracks, it's pretty much the base in-game Puma, I believe. There you go, guys. And again, this mod is available for all platforms. Next up, we're going to take a look at the John Deere 1070D Eco 3 tree harvester. This mod can be found under vehicles and then forestry machines. We have the 1070D Eco 3. This is basically, I guess you could say, as close as you can get for a competitor to the HR46X. As it says, this machine can cut down trees. Very large trees cannot be processed. It's the same note that we have for this one, whereas the Ponzi and the Komatsu do not have that particular warning. This is kind of the smaller brother to all of the other John Deere tree harvesters that we have seen released to date. This mod is by INF, and it is available for all platforms. So we have a choice of Trelleborg. We can go with the chains. We have ProGrip F on the front and EcoTrack on the rear. ProGrip F and the Evo Baltic on the rear chain. ProGrip F and the EX. ProGrip F Magnum. I have to say, I'm not seeing very much. Okay, so the very slight changes. So the ProGrip F is the rear, EcoTrack is the front. ProGrip F and the Evo Baltic. ProGrip F and the EX. ProGrip F and the Magnum. ProGrip U and the EcoTrack. ProGrip U and the Eco Baltic. ProGrip U and the Eco X. Magnum. You know, the Kovacs, kind of the wide track on all. There we go. Those are pretty much the only configuration options available. Let's just go with that. As configured, we're $275,000 to buy, $14,025 to lease, $2,715.50 per day, and $5,775 per operating hour. Pretty good. Fairly good visibility. Just feel like you're small compared to the cab size here. We do have a boom camera, as well as the traditional third-person camera. Let's check the lights on this. We have our first stage lights, second stage lights, and that is all we have. 1 and 2. Let's do left mouse button, up and down, moves the main boom, left and right. Slowly moves. I mean, I'm having to move my trackball quite a bit to get it to move. Left to right goes very slow. Sometimes we've seen these mods where just a little bit of movement moves everything fast. That's not so much the case with the left and right movement of this mod. Right mouse button, up and down, extends the second boom arm. Left and right, extends the boom out and in. Left and right mouse button, left and right rotates the head. And if we hold the center mouse button, left and right, it tilts the head. Have a whopping 9 miles an hour top speed on this. Change the cutting width from 1 meter, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 5.5. So half meter increments all the way up to 7 meters, and then it goes back to 1. I don't know if it's going to be able to cut these palm trees or not, but we'll give it a go. can see the big numbers there representing the cutting width. 700 is representing 7 meters. Thought we had a palm tree in here. Okay, we got a small tree down here we cut. The B to open up the cutting head. Hit X to cut. Up, down, and then X. Up. So we got hung up on the yeah. This one is not wanting to cooperate with me at all. Alright, so there you go. That is the John Deere 1070D Eco 3 tree harvester. Head on back up here to the shop. Take a look at our next mod. Is the John Deere 8350. This is a seeder. We're going to use our handy dandy case Puma for this particular mod. So if we go over here to seeders, we have the Amazon D830 in-game seeder, $13,000, 3 meter working width. We have the Stara 3570, 3.6 meters. The BTF 4000 at 4 meters. And then we have the 8350, $6,000 at 6 meters. 60 horsepower requirement, 1,660 liter seed and fertilizer capacity. And this has the ability to seed wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, and grass. As far as configuration options, we have the wheel setup of standard and duo rib. Interesting tire there. Go ahead and lease this up. As configured, $306 per day, $60 per day, and $126 per operating hour. All right, so let's take a closer look at this. Looks like we are going to have hose hookups. And this particular mod actually has 3 additional hitch connections. There's one here at the corner, one here in the middle, and one here at this corner. So as the mod description says, what you could do with this is you could hitch up a trailer and basically use it to transport your seed and fertilizer. So if we had a flatbed trailer, say the stratum in here, in this configuration, we could hook this up to the center, then transport to the field seed and fertilizer pallets or big bags. Or, interesting enough, we could go and get 2 more seeders. See how coordination I have for hooking these up. So if we get 2 more of these, I went ahead and got one with the duo rib. Let's get a big bag of seed and a big bag of fertilizer. And I'll show you what we can do with this. Alright guys, so I may have failed to mention that this mod is by the ARM team and is available for all platforms. So here we are, we've got all three of them hooked up in kind of a transport position. What I want to do now is try to get these hooked up in a work position. For that we need to use the side hitches. So there we go. We've got the magic now. Thought we had the magic. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Okay. Now we can extend the hitches. That magic sauce. Magic sauce, applesauce. Left mouse button, left and right. That changes to... It's doing the tractor. Let's get squared up on this. And I don't know if this is a no-till drill or not. We'll about find out. Drop that. Turn that one on. Drop that one. Turn it on. That one. Turn it on. And off we go. Huh. So that one is down. Right, yep. Lowering it down. And it says turn it off. So it says turn off, that means it's on. This one is down. It says turn off, so that means it's on. Front one is down and it says turn off, so that means it's on. Only the front one is actually working. It's pretty interesting because if we look over here, we can see that we have in this configuration as if we are seating, but it is not working. Interesting. If you guys have figured this out, let me know in the comments what I might be doing wrong. All three say they are working. we go to, it says turn off. And that one says turn off. And they all say turn off. So that one says turn on. Let's go down here just to see if maybe it's because we're trying to do this in no-till. Turn that one on. Knock it off. See, neither of these two side ones are working. But if you look at the very top, see I'm on the first one now. It says turn off, and turn off, implying that they are all on. That one works. Alright guys, well let me know in the comments what you have experienced with this. Again, this is the John Deere 8350 seeder, and it is available for all platforms. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Vicon PS 1004 1654 fertilizer spreader. So we're going to find the Vicon fertilizer spreader here under Tools, and then Fertilizing Technology. So the Kuhn in-game one is 3,200 liters, $20,000, 12 mile per hour working speed. And then the Vicon PS 1004 is $3,450, 18 meter working width, and holds 1,650 liters of product, and holds fertilizer and lime. So we get the PS 1004 variety, or we can go with the 1654 variety with an extra tub extension. Increases the capacity to 1,650 liters. Get it in standard for sport wheels. Spraying sheet with wheels. Back to standard. So as configured, this is $3,700 to buy, $188 per lease, $37 per day, and $77 per operating hour. Go ahead and get a big bag of fertilizer again. Load this thing up. And let's head on up here and give it a try. This mod is by No Name and is for all platforms. Oh, look at that. Arm that flips back and forth. As it spreads. So if you're looking for a cheap and small fertilizer spreader or lime spreader, then the Vicon here just might fit the bill. It's pretty cool. Back to the shop, and then we'll take a look at our next mod. All right, next up, we're going to take a look at the Vogel and Noot Terra Disc 600. This mod is by Gamer8250, and it can be found here under Disc Heroes, and it is also available for all platforms. Here we have the Vogel Noot Terra Disc 600, $32,000. See how it compares with the Agrimoz BTH 50H at 5 meters, $25,000. Castors 6002, $31,000 at 6 meters. This one is also at 6 meters at $32,000, 180 horsepower to operate, and has a working speed of 11 miles per hour. The choice of standard or wide tires. As configured, this is $1,632 to lease, $320 per day, and $672 per operating hour. It's pretty darn nice. We're going to need the case Puma back, so let me go get that and bring it up here to the shop. And let's run back down to that test field and see how well this works. So we do have hose hookups. Very nice. Quite a lot of placeables this week. Hold animation. Down. Drag it across the field. So it needs 180 horsepower. We have a bit more than that here in the case Puma, and still we are not having any issues pulling it up this incline. Really decent particle animations on the rear of this thing. Dust coming off of it. All a very nice looking mod. There you go, guys. That is the Vogel Noot Terra Disc 600 by Gamer8250. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Pöttinger Euroboss 330T. This mod is by Matt26, and it is also available for all platforms. So here we are in the loading wagons. The base option here is the Strawderman Zillon CFS 2501 DO. Has 23,000 liter storage capacity and is $46,000. Then we have the Pöttinger Euroboss 330T, $31,000 to buy, 21,300 liter storage capacity, and only requires 60 horsepower. As far as configuration options, we have Trelleborg standard or narrow tires. Wide tires, kind of got the ribbed look there. Back to standard. We have Midas tires. I'm going to go with the wide option. They look pretty cool. As configured, it is $1,581 to lease, $310 per day, and $651 per operating hour. I think I still have grass down here at the bottom of the hill we can use to test this out. You have hose hookups. It's a left mouse button, and it raises and lowers the tongue, it looks like. Just to pick up. Let's lower the pickup. Let's turn it on. See it filling up. Not a problem whatsoever. Well, let's force unload this. The unload animations. Of course, then we have the ridiculous, ginormous heap from what was in there. It's out a little bit. Look at those cool ribbed tires. There you go, guys. That is the Pöttinger Euroboss 330T. Again, by Matt26, and this mod is available for all platforms. Up next, we're going to take a look at the 3-point Lizard MultiTool. This mod is by Not Ready and is also available for all platforms. This mod can be found here under Miscellaneous. MultiTool, $4,500. Kind of expensive, but keeps you from having to buy 3 different attachments. This attaches to the 3-point hitch. Does not attach to telehandler, wheel loader, skid steer, or front loader. The choice of design color. For our forks, choice of main color. For the frame, I'm going to default design. Get it with stickers or without. Also get it with lights. So as configured, this is $6,200 to buy, $316 to lease, $62 per day, and $130 per operating hour. Let's go ahead and kind of hook up to this and see how it works. See, it connects to the 3-point front or rear. Left mouse button up and down will raise and lower it. Left mouse button left and right will tilt it forward and back. Right mouse button will then lower the selected implement. So if we go right mouse button, you can see the control group that says wrapped bale fork. That will lower the wrapped bale fork. You can change the control unit. Let's see here. Toggle no. Let's see here. Let me go back and see if I can figure something out. I need to get rid of. I went and accidentally activated a unit convert mod. Let me get rid of that, and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, we are back, and turns out all I need to do is hit G to toggle unit. You can see up there in the upper left, right above the front implement, we have a 1. If I hit G, changes it to a 2, and at the bottom it says control group pallet fork. So now I can right click and lower the pallet fork. And hit G again, right click, lower the bale fork, right click, oops, G again, right click, and lower the round bale fork. Now obviously you wouldn't have all 3 of these rotated down at the same point, but if I wanted to, I could go fork a square bale with that option. Now grab a pallet with this option. That, and G, toggle back around. Or I could play with a wrapped bale fork. So, again, I'm using G to toggle between the units. Up there at the top, get where I can really see it. Hit G, it says 1, 2, and 3 in the upper left. And when I hit right click, 1 is the round bale forks, 2 is the pallet forks, and 3 is the square bale forks. So guys, that is the 3-point Lizard multi-tool by Not Ready, and is available for all platforms. Okay, next up, we're going to take a look at the Hesston Big Baler pack. So this mod is obviously going to be found here under Baling Technologies. This mod is by the ARM team and is available for all platforms. We have the Big Balers. Default configuration is a Massey Ferguson Hesston 2190. Holds 6,100 liter bales, 190 horsepower, and has 12 mile per hour working speed. We can also get this in a Massey Ferguson 2190 flotation option. New Holland BB 9090 with flotations. Or the Fendt 12-1. The 12-13-0N or 13-0N with flotation. Okay. Now we've actually have up here at another part of the map, I've got configured, got 2 windrows. I've got the standard Kuhn in-game square baler. And I've got 2 windrows of grass. So what we're going to do is we're going to bale down a windrow of both and basically check the size of these 2 bales. Now the in-game bales are all 4,000 liters apiece. The Hesston Big Balers are 6,100 liters apiece. They are physically bigger in size, and therefore, if you have an auto-loading trailer, they may not work with these big Hesston bales. Okay, so we got 2 and a partial bale. According to the mod description, this produces 120 centimeter by 130 centimeter bales. Let's unfold it. Put it on. And while we're running down here, let's take a look at the animations. The pickup animation. We're over 4,000 liters. We're still growing our bale. Don't have any animations, it looks like, when create a full bale. some of the windrow there. It's okay. We have at least one bale that we can use as a size comparison. Now, do note, since these bales are bigger, they probably also will not work in a bale wrapper. Let's inject this bale. Pop it out there. And there you go. Let's take a look at that. You have the big Hesston bale right there. And then you have the standard in-game smaller big bale right beside it. Like I said, Hesston bales probably will not work with any bale wrappers, and likely will not work very well with any sort of auto-loading trailer because of their size differential. So guys, that is the Hesston Big Balers by the ARM team and is available for all platforms. Alright, so I thought I would just go ahead and bring this in-game Kuhn bale wrapper up here and just give it a go. See what it does. There you go, bale type not supported. That's what I was expecting it to do. See, we can pick up the in-game standard square bale and wrap that one without any problems whatsoever. Let's jump back down here to the shop. Take a look at our next mod. Our next mod is the XT2 Bale Trailer. This mod is by Excentro Feet Swedish Bona team and is available for all platforms. Find this mod here under Baling Technologies. And here are the XT2, $15,000. Now the mod description says we can use this to transport round or square bales. I can definitely see how we can use this to transport the round bales because of how it is configured here. Not really sure how well this would work to transport square bales. You can get it with standard or with stanchions down the middle. $16,500 as configured, $841 to lease, $165 per day, and $346 per operating hour. Hold 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 round bales, and then possibly even more bales on top of that. Have straps, yep, one strap. Each area has straps. Definitely put multiple round bales on here. But let's go ahead and our break here. I'm going to try to load this up with some round bales, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, well this didn't work out so well. So first I loaded all the bottoms up. And, you know, there was huge space to go. And as I started stacking them on top of each other, this whole trailer started to rotate around and slide in this general direction. The point where it is now nearly completely jacked on the tractor. And then as I was, of course, trying to load up second row and then a third row, which would have put it about even with the top of those stanchions, the whole thing just kept sliding When I would get close to it, the whole trailer would just start to slide. And then as I was trying to pull the forks out of the bale, then basically this whole stack just wouldn't stay where it was and just wanted to fall with me pulling the bale out. At the same time, the trailer was sliding. So all in all, it was just a very bad situation. So that is the XT2. Not sure if the what the deal was with the sliding. I mean, I'm here on Ravenport. I've got a base tractor attached to this mod using standard bales. Got the standard telehandler bale fork. Got the standard Massey Ferguson telehandler. So the only mod in this whole equation is this trailer itself. So guys, that is the XT2, again by Excentro Feet and the Swedish Bona team, and is available for all platforms. We've got another set of bale trailers to take a look at here. This one is by the Swedish Bona team. So if we go here to Tools and then Baling Technology again, we have the Lizard bale trailer and the Long bale trailer. This one is $10,500. And this one, the long one, is $16,750. Basic flatbed metal trailer. We have a choice of red, green, blue, yellow, or orange. Trailer configuration. This is a dolly style trailer. It does have a rear hitch, so I suspect that we could connect these together. $535 to lease, $105 per day, and $220 per operating hour. Take a look at the long bale trailer. A little bit longer. We've got a little front edge and rear here to the trailer. 2 rear axles. You have the capacity, we can have the extension or standard. And again, we have the main color green, red, blue, yellow, or orange. Just like the other trailers, they do have a rear hitch to them. We have the yellow trailers, orange trailers. We do have straps, across all of them. Show the blue one where we can show the straps a little better. Like I said, I don't know what the fail was on this particular trailer. Like I said, it was like in this position, and it had completely slid around to be in kind of a jackknifed position. Four straps on that one. Not going to bother to try to load these up. Try not to jack them too terrible bad. Now I'm not turning them enough. Yeah, we can definitely hook up those. We have hose hookups or electrical hookups, lights, 4-way flashers, left and right blinkers. Same with these. Get the trailers a little bit too straight. Go. Definitely chain those together. And those are the Bale Trailers in 7 meter and 9 meter lengths by the Swedish Fauna team, and they are available for all platforms. We have one more trailer to take a look at, and that is the Lizard Cattleman trailer. It is an animal transport trailer. Go to animal transport. You have the Lizard Cattleman trailer. It is a 5th wheel trailer. So let me go activate a few 5th trailer trucks, and we'll see if these are compatible with those. Man, this is a long trailer. So the choice of color configuration for the trailer and design color, which I guess is going to be the tarp. Get a tarp for it. Go 5th wheel for the 2 5/16 ball. Interesting. Let's get one of each. Let's get the green in the 5th wheel, and let's get the blue in 2 5/16 ball. $1,020 to lease, $200 per day, and $420 per operating hour. It says it holds 10 horses, 16 sheep, 19 pigs, and 8 cows. Are pretty darn good. So I'm going to activate a few 5th wheel trucks, and then we'll see how they work this trailer. All right, so we are back, and we've got a various mods. Some of these are in the in-game mod hub, and some of these are not. First up, we have the in-game Lizard Warrior Semi. Attaches to the blue. Or to the green. Remember, this one was the 5th wheel. I think it was this one. This one was like the 5. It was the ball or something. This is a C10 pickup by Expendables Modding. This fits. Did a mod review on this truck quite a long time ago. This mod is only available for PC. Okay. I don't hook up to either. This is the Black Sheep modding truck. This one is not letting me connect to that. Try this one over here. So I can hook up to this one. We have my favorite Dodge 3500. This mod is also available only for PC. That one connects. That one connects to either. Then we have Starrock, the car, whatever this is. This is from the mod contest. It is currently also available only for PC. So I can't hook up to that if I can't put the tailgate down. X doesn't work. That is a interesting issue. So let's go run this up and see what the animals look like inside. There's a long trailer. X gate opens slowly. It's loaded up with pigs. There they all are. What a very orderly pigs. Right, go with our sheep. So we can hold 19 pigs, 16 sheep. Once again, these are very orderly sheep. 8 cows or 10 horses. Cows. Go. Ten horses. All kind of in there diagonal. Then we can close our gate. Just the height of the fifth wheel with our left mouse button. So, just the right height. Guys, there you go. That is the Lizard Cattleman trailer. It is available for all platforms. That then concludes the vehicles, implements, and trailers part of the video. And now we're going to move up here to the placeables. First up, we're going to take a look at the storage shed by Palu 5090R. This mod is available for all platforms. So we can find the mod here under Placeables and then Sheds. Then we have the Placeable Storage Shed, $8,000 to buy, $10 a day for daily maintenance. Let's go ahead and rotate this around. You can see it rotates fairly much on its center axis. Put it down there. It does seem to raise the ground up slightly. If you can see that, but if we walk up here, you go up a little bit. When I place these, I do not raise or lower them. I just put them down because this whole area is already flat. It's something to note that it looks like this raises the ground up ever so slightly. Looks like we have lights in here. Do we have a light switch? Does this turn on automatically at night? Looks like it comes on automatically at night. The walls appear to have tip collisions on them. So if you're the kind of player that likes to tip grain or other product into a shed, you should be able to use this, and it should not bleed through the walls. So guys, that is the storage shed by Puma 5090R, and it is available for all platforms. Next up, we have another placeable building. We have the placeable storage building, again by the same mod author, Puma 5090R. And we're going to find that right here beside the one we just looked at. Really placeable storage building, $9,500, $10 per day. We're going to find that it has pretty much the same general look and feel as this building. And when I placed this one down, it also raised up the ground ever so slightly. I don't know if you guys can see that here in the video or not. There is a slight raise. You can see it maybe right there better. This was flat. Now it has raised the ground up just a little bit. Once again, we have our night lights here, come on at night. And we just have a really big building for storage of equipment. And this one also appears to have tip collisions on the walls. That means we'll be able to tip whatever we want into here also, and it shouldn't bleed out the back or the sides of the buildings. Next up, we have the new Style Farmhouse by DMI 20mm Normandy. Right here we have the modern farmhouse, $200,000 to buy. Rotated here, kind of a little off center. Put it over here, kind of get it away from those. See, this one does not raise the ground up. Does change the ground texture a little bit. We've got more of a gravel texture than a concrete texture here in the front. And then, of course, we have our yard in the back. Grass in here. We got a little play area. Full house. Streetlight for our parking area. Walk up here to the gate, to the front door. We have our sleep trigger. And this is the new Style Farmhouse Placeable. It does give us a sleep trigger, and it is by DMI 20mm Normandy, and this mod is available for all platforms. Next up, we're going to take a look at the cow husbandry building. This is a conversion from the cow husbandry area for Farm Sim 13. Over here, we're going to find the large cow pasture, $350,000, 300 sheep, or 300 cows, $300 per day. Let's compare that to the large cow enclosure, base one, $300,000, 200 cows, $300 per day. This thing is massive. Indeed, we have lots of space up here. And spin it around. So it basically spins on the building here. You can have it in one of 4 different positions. So let's put it right there. Let's try this. There we go. So given the sheer size of this, you may have a hard time putting it down. Since this does put grass down inside the pasture, this should work with seasons with the graze functionality. Giant milk robot. This is going to be where you're going to get your milk trigger. Have our slurry. Food trough. We're going to buy our cows. Just get a couple. We have the manure pit. We do have a trigger here. I don't have any markers, but we do have a trigger. I wonder if that is water. Let's go take a look. Food. Slurry. Here's water. All right, well, let me go ahead and get some equipment here, and let's see what we can put in those various areas. All right, we've got ourselves a trailer of hay, straw, and water. Water trigger. There. Can't get into this in any way. Here we have our hay trigger. We'll put just a little bit of food in there. Okay. Didn't get a unload sign there. See if we get an unload for straw. Not. Let's just check the animal pen. They need water, straw, normal foods. Right there, this should be the straw trigger. See the box there, but it doesn't look like we're going to be allowed to tip straw in. Here. Will let us dump straw over here. So you put that there then inside the building. So. Not sure what that trigger is over there. Doesn't seem to want to take straw. Doesn't seem to want to take hay. That is the cow's husbandry from Farm Sim 13, converted by Vanquish 081. Let me clear off a little bit of space here, and we'll pull up the sheep husbandry, again by Vanquish 081. We've gotten the cow area cleaned up here, so let's go ahead and take a look at the sheep husbandry. Animal pens. The large sheep pasture, $200,000 to buy, 350 sheep, $180 per day. Let's compare that to the large sheep pasture, $180,000, 250 sheep, $180 per day. Let's just take a look and see how big the in-game sheep area is. Okay, right there. And then take a look at this massive, massive sheep pasture. Does rotate a full 360 degrees on the wool spawn point. Go. There's no buildings to this. It is just fencing. Now, notice this did not put down grass. This did not change the texture of the inside of the pen. This is likely what happened to it. Where'd it go? It just vanished. Is it in my garage? No. Down again. It's a little disconcerting. Okay. It is my garage now. No. See, I can walk through the fence here. It's a little disconcerting. Doesn't say I own it at all. Let's just put it over here. Still says I don't own it. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Try to put it down one more time. Rotate it. That one finally filled in. Let's wait, I guess. This one finally filled in and materialized. You have textures now. You have collisions. Rather interesting. Let's just drive this around here. We have our food trough. Water trough. We have our wool pallets. And this is where we're going to buy our sheep. Let's run over here to this one. Very, very interesting. Food trough. Wool pallet. Water trough. We have our sheep buy trigger right here. Since this does, if it actually materializes properly, this does put grass in here, so this should work with seasons graze functionality. So I don't know what the deal is, why this isn't popping in here or anything, but let me go ahead and clear this out of here and well, see what we can do with respect to the last mod, which is the chicken husbandry, again by Vanquish 081. Alright, for our final mod today, we're going to take a look at the chicken husbandry, as I said, again by Vanquish 081. We're going to find this here under Placeables, Animal Pins, Large Chicken Coop, $45,000, 500 chickens, $40 per day. Compare that to the Large Chicken Coop, $40,000, 400 chickens, $40 per day. Take a look at the size of the large coop right there. Let's compare that to the Large Chicken Coop, Farm Sim 13. There, not too much of a size differential. We have our food trough. We have our chicken buy trigger. Then we have the egg spawn point. There. The mod author does say that this mod has been seasons prepared, so it should have a seasons mask within it, which hopefully will mask off these triggers, and hopefully snow won't go in underneath these little chicken houses and everything. That's right, Rooster. So guys, there you go. That is the mods released this week, the week of August 26th through August 30th, 2019. These are all the mods that are newly released this week. Tune in next week for another weekend roundup where we once again take a look at all the mods newly released in the Giants Mod Hub for the previous week. And until next time, happy farming.